Monday, April 29th, coming to the last 2 days of April. Hope April has been good to you. April's usually a pretty decent month here in Florida, isn't it? Before the real heat hits us. So we had some hot days, but we know what lies ahead, and we're going to moan and complain, all right? But I said, remember days like today and other times during the winter. I know it's tough. Oh, well. Anyway, April 29th, but we celebrate the feast of St. Catherine of Siena. Just read a little bit here for you. Just a psalm here. I'll read a little piece of the psalm because I want to talk about St. Catherine. Psalm 115. Not to us, Lord, not to us, but to your name give the glory. Because of your mercy, because of your truth. Why should the pagans say, where is their God? Wow. Whew. The Black Death has been described as the greatest catastrophe in history. I don't remember too much about it. I'm sure I had it in history class, but that probably wasn't since grade school, maybe high school. But it was between the years 1346 and 1353. We think COVID was bad or too long lasting. This is quite, how many years? That's 17 years there? And this epidemic of the bubonic plague killed 50 million people, 60% of the population in Europe. Catherine de Giacomo de Benincasa, or better known as Catherine of Siena, she was born right in the midst of it in 1347. Obviously, she survived. But she was a unique person. She wasn't a nun, never married. We call like a late, late Dominican, I believe. Sorry about that. I should know that. All right. Yeah, late Dominican. St. Dominic, the founder of the Dominicans. Anyway, she, though her mom wanted to get married, she had no interest, no desire. And like many different saints, she shaved her head to make herself less attractive. But what really stands out, though, the papacy. We think of papacy being in Rome, right? But it moved to Avignon in France. I think a couple of reasons. Supposedly the weather's better, but also because of the political situation. And the Pope was a little bit, cowardice. I think it was Pope Gregory, was it? Anyway, she was instrumental in bringing the papacy back to Rome from Avignon back in 1377. And that's pretty brave for her. She had strong words for the Pope. And oddly enough, he obeyed her. He listened to her because she was right. She had courage, spoke up. But she had early in life, at the age of 6, she had a vision of Christ. At 18, she joined a group of lay Dominican women and dedicated her life to prayer, penance, and charitable works, especially caring for the sick, because during the plague, there was plenty of them. She has a model of contemplation. But anyway, a real sense of personality. You must read her letters. We have nearly 400 of her letters. She was a letter writer. Imagine. There was no email, no texting back then. Anyways, it was Pope Gregory the 11th who came back at Rome at Catherine's urging, and when he moved to Avignon back in 1309. She wrote, I beg you, on behalf of Christ crucified, that you may not be a timorous child, but manly. Open your mouth and swallow down the bitter for the sweet. And she wrote those words, and she had no formal education. But it was even more, revealing. The Pope listened to this uneducated laywoman, and he obeyed her. You know that? It's amazing, huh? In her own life, she gave away her clothing, her food, without asking anyone's permission, which cost the family it got a little expensive, giving away your possessions. But she wanted nothing for herself, and while she just stayed and lived alone, she didn't want food. In fact, she lived quite a while to eat, just living, existing on the Holy Eucharist. But what I admire about her, though, was her courage and bravery. As they say, with truth to power, she spoke the truth and told the Pope, you get back where you belong. He knew those words were right, and he had to follow. So God give us the courage, know when to speak, how to speak honestly and with faith. God bless you.